Hey guys, this is a 3-year-old Andalusian filly named Coco. I raised her from a yearling and I sold her to a client, and she went away to get started by a friend of mine, Ephraim, and she came back and she's just got about 30 days or so. And I'm just going to show you what I do with my babies that are 3. We don't do a whole lot of riding. They still have a lot of growing to do, but we do a lot of suppling and getting their legs connected to my legs, my seat, the reins. So I did a bunch of groundwork with her before I got on. You'll see a little bit later. She can still be sticky in her feet, so I definitely want to work on the ground work for that, and it definitely translates under saddle. First thing I do when I get on is start bending them around. Can they follow a feel with the rein? And disengage their hindquarters. She used to be super stuck on the left. It's gotten a lot better. Her hindquarter disengagement or engagement on the left isn't as good, but she's much more soft and supple in her face, following that feel. So here I'm just getting her to flex and follow that feel. She's stuck right here, but I'm going to use some awareness channels and figure out why. So the awareness channels come from my friend Beth at the Circle Up Experience. You can Google them if you want more information on that, but they're amazing natural leadership concepts that we use for human natural leadership training and horsemanship. So I know there's nothing going on inside of me. So the next channel of awareness, I'm going to look and see what's going on inside of her. And then I'm going to look at the fourth channel of awareness, which is what's going on in our environment. She was stuck there because something was going on behind us and she was focused on it. So I just started petting her and letting her know that I'm aware something's going on and see if I can just get her awareness back on me. But meanwhile, I'm just going to hold there until she gives to me. Sure, you can't really see because it's far away, but her ears are up. She's looking back there at the round pen, and that's where her awareness is. So as soon as she comes back to me, gives a little bit, I release. And I'm not pulling, I'm just trying to get her to follow a feel. Good girl. So I'm going to stay on that rein for a little while because she is not concentrating totally on that. She's very supple going that way, but right now she's a little stuck because of what's going on in our environment. She had to move her legs there, which is fine. I'm going to release once she stops moving her legs. Comes back to a stop, gives me her little face. So it looks like she's giving there. There, you saw that. And then I released there. She was still kind of heavy in my hand, pulling on me a little bit. I don't pull back. I just hold. And then when they give, I release. She's trying to figure out the good girl. She's was trying to figure out the answer there. So I just want to stay until she just feels a little bit softer than she was when I got on. That's all I'm looking for, is a little bit of a change from when I first get on them. She's a little stuck there, so go forward. She gets a little stuck in her feet. So like I said, I'm working on it in the groundwork too. It's coming along under saddle. She's so much more supple that way, but you can see I can't quite get the hind end as nice as I can to the right. But right now I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for just a little bit of a try. Just reassuring her, letting her know I'm aware something's going on over there also, but that I've got her back. She's got to start trusting me, the human, that I have her back. I can hold the awareness, and that, we're a herd of 2. And whenever we're together, she doesn't have to hold that awareness. I can hold it for us. Good girl. Let me get the hind end here. Just want one more step of that hind end. Good girl. One more. She just gets stuck there. Good girl. So all I'm looking for in these babies is just to be soft and supple. They don't have to do a lot of hard work. We're just building a foundation. So here I'm starting to do short serpentines. I want when I turn here, I want my right rein to be connected to her right front foot. When I lift up on that rein, I want her front foot to go out, forward and out, like I'm a marionette with puppets on a string. She did really good there. Good. I'm going to get the hind end here, and then I'm going to start bringing the front through. So I just set her up. I open my inside hand. I use a little bit of outside leg and a little bit of outside rein to balance her, and so she doesn't go falling forward. Just want that one step. I work on the short serpentines and connecting that inside rein to that foot before I do bringing the front through, just so she's a little bit more hooked onto what that inside rein means. So I want her left front foot to go out and sideways here. Good girl, and release. That's the first step of bringing the front through. She does this on the ground beautifully. Now we're just connecting it under saddle. So now we want to go forward a little bit. Just going to walk here. I'm going to pick up a little bit contact and just see what she does. I'm also turning her with my seat and my legs. A little bit of direct rein, a little bit of outside rein, but I want her moving off of my seat. I want her to learn how to do that. So I may look to the outside to put pressure on that outside shoulder so that she moves away from the pressure of my seat. See, I'm looking to the right here. I want her right shoulder to move away from that. She's doing really good. I'd use a little bit of leg, a little bit of seat bone. Turning my body. A little bit of direct rein there and a little bit of outside rein. Trying to get all the pieces coordinated, but very, very slowly. Good girl. See how she gets a little bit of a bad expression there? Her ears kind of go back. She's got to go forward when she does that. Now I'm going to make sure I have the hind end here because she's bulking. So I'm going to get the hind end to engage or disengage, but I still want her to go forward. Like, go forward. Get out of that expression. Get your feet unstuck. Good girl. So she has that same expression, bad expression, when she's doing groundwork, and I ask her to trot off a little bit. I don't really lunge her anymore, or I don't lunge her at all anymore. I'll round pen her a little bit if she's feeling fresh, but not on a lunge line. But she decides she doesn't want to go forward, so we have to go forward. And I'm going to make her go forward until, come up into the trot until she's done with that bad expression of like pinning her ears. But while we're in the trot, we can work on some stuff. We can work on, oops, she tripped. We're going to work on some figure eights, just turning, same thing as in the walk, that I can turn her with my body, a little direct rein, indirect rein if she's a little bit stuck, but can I do most of it with my body? I'm also sitting the trot here because when I start posting, she wants to stop. And if she wants to be a little bit naughty because she's kind of stuck in the mud, I want to be able to be sitting on her back in case she decides she wants to kick out or something. And I can push a little bit better when I'm sitting as far as my body saying trot. I know it looks like we're so stuck here, not going very forward. But it's actually better than it was. So I just want her to go forward. She comes back really, really well with my seat and my breath. Now can she go forward with some energy? Are we still supple? Can we still bend? Good girl. And then back to, can we go forward freely? With no, oh, see her little ears. You gotta go, girl. She's a lovely mare, but she just gets a little bit stuck. but it'll go away soon. And I did carry a dressage whip last time I rode her, and that helped a lot. I didn't carry it today. I thought maybe we'd be a little bit more over this bad expression. We weren't. It's fine. She tends to work a little bit better off of a little tap tap of the whip rather than my legs. And it's just a little, she's doing this because it's just a little bit more of her saying, I don't quite trust that you can have my back. I think I need to be the leader and decide when I get to move my feet. And I just have to remind her, no, I'm the leader. I move your feet where I want them to go and how fast I want them to go. And so every time she gets upset or something happens and she gets through it without dying, then she trusts me a little bit more. She's like, okay, that kind of worked out for me. Good girl. So I either do not have any contact at all, or I just have a very light feel of her mouth. But I want her to go forward freely with no contact. And I'm just going to do some walk with my seat and then go back to the trot. Can you go back to the trot without a big deal? And it's getting a little bit better. She's stuck here. What a good girl. I mean, she comes back to the walk beautifully. Good. And can we bend again? Do I have your hind end? Can I have that jaw? Oh, good girl. Really good girl. That's all she has to do. That's all the babies do is about, I don't know what that was, like 12 minutes or something. It's literally just, can you be supple today? What a good girl.